So good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight.
大家晚上好，欢迎大家今晚的参与。
Thank you for sure for translating for us and organizing this.
Thank you. Thank you for this class.
And
she never translates this one.
然后也感谢我翻译和组织这个课程。Okay.
And thank you for everyone else who helped to organize this one, Catherine and Renee.
也感谢每一个组织这个课程的朋友。
Thank you too. 也谢谢你们。
thank you.
谢谢。
And thank you for Shiguang as well for her contribution.
Yes.
Yeah. 也感谢时光的贡献。
So welcome everyone, and tonight we will talk about the art of asking questions.
欢迎大家。那今天晚上我们谈论的主题是提问的艺术。
You know, in Access Consciousness, asking a question is the most important thing.
那大家知道，其实，在 Access 当中，提问是最重要的事情。
We all would like to get somewhere, and we all would like to know more, but it's just a result.
我们都想要达到某种程度，或者到达某个地方，或者是要求更多，作为一个结果。
And the key to getting there is really asking a question.
那到达你想要到达的地方的关键就是提问。
So, but it's not a simple thing, I know. And maybe we also think that it's so simple.
我知道这其实并不简单，但是我们往往觉得它非常的简单。
And sometimes when something is very simple, we think it's not valuable and it's nothing.
那有的时候，当一个事情特别简单的时候，我们就觉得它不珍贵，毫无价值。
Yeah.
So, about asking questions, the amazing part of asking a question that it can open all the doors to the universe.
那当你提问的时候，实际上它打开了宇宙很多的大门。
And the question is, what kind of questions can you ask?
那问题就是你要问什么样的问题呢？
And how do you ask the question?
还有就是你如何去提问？
And why do you ask the question?
你为什么要提问呢？
One of the things with questions, there are those questions that we use many, many times, and they become sort of like not a question, but just a statement.
那有一些问题，因为我们会经常的去使用，那它们变得不再是疑问了，而是一个句子，陈述句子。
So it's not enough to know that's a question, but you really have to ask from that energy, from that space of a question.
所以说，仅仅知道这是一个提问，这个是不够的。你要从这个问题的那个空间，从那个角度，问题的那个角度来真正去提问。
So maybe you have heard that being in a question, that's really, really important.
也许你曾经听说过，那么一直保持在提问的状态是非常重要的。
How do you do that?
那你要怎样做到这一点呢？
I hope you had an experience with 2 or 3 years of children that they ask the question, but how do you know?
那我希望大家如果有2到3岁的孩子，然后会有这样的经验，他们会实时的去提问：你怎么知道呢？你怎么知道呢？
For them, there are no limitations. They don't care about that you don't know. They really want to know, how do you know?
对于他们来说，没有什么局限，他们不会说你不知道，他们就是一直想知道你是怎么知道的。
They are so curious. You cannot stop them. They just keep asking, how do you know? How do you know? How do you know?
And why?
他们非常非常的好奇，你根本都没有办法阻挡他们，只是一直去提问：你是怎么知道的？你是怎么知道的？还有为什么？
That's being in a question.
那这个就是在提问的状态当中。
That's life. That's living.
这是生活，这是活着。
You know, just not thinking, or because when you ask a question, you already have a point of view about all the answers.
那实际上，当你提问的时候，你已经有了很多观点，知道这个问题的所有答案了。
Or you have conclusions and you already, played in your mind everything.
或者是你有一些结论在你头脑中盘旋。
So by the time you get to the point of asking a question, you already have all the old type of answers.
所以，当你终于去提问的时候，你已经有了所有的答案。
So let's play with this a little bit.
那我们可以一起来玩耍一下。
So, for example, just tap into the energy of those children who are like 2-3 years old and they are asking this question, how do you know?
那现在请大家跟这些2到3岁的孩子进行连接，他们就是一直都在这种提问的状态，问你是怎么知道的，跟这样的一群孩子连接。
To make it even easier, I just like to ask you to please lower your barriers.
那为了让大家能够更轻松的做到，首先呢，请大家放下屏障。
That will help you to connect to them, to that energy easier.
这会让你能够更轻松的跟他们能量进行连接。
And now please ask yourself to expand out and out and out, further out.
之后呢，让自己不断的向外拓展。
Because you as an infinite being, you can expand out beyond time and space.
因为你作为无限的存在是可以超越时间和空间的。
And you still include your body in this expanded space.
那在这个扩展的状态当中，你仍然可以把自己的身体包含在内。
So it's not like stepping out of your body and leaving it, but starting to connect to everything around you.
所以并不是你要脱离你的身体，离开你的身体，而是开始跟一切万事万物进行一个连接。
So just look around in your expanded space, in this expanded universe, and look for the energy of the question.
那么你可以在你扩展的宇宙和空间当中来看一看，保持在提问的这个状态能量。
You can even ask this question in your universe. Hey universe, please show me everything that is being in a question.
那你甚至可以这样去请求，嗨宇宙，请向我展示什么是在提问的状态当中。
Or show me that energy of those children who are truly in question.
或者是向我告诉我那些真正在提问状态那些孩子的能量是什么样子的。
And you start to have a sense of that is different for each of us.
然后你就会感知到这一点，这对于我们每个人来说都是不一样的。
So you can choose to tap into that energy and stay with it.
你可以选择跟这个能量連接，然後保持在這種狀態當中。
So when you tap into the energy, it doesn't mean that it will stick to you and you cannot get rid of it ever.
那你這樣的跟它保持連接，並不是意味着你永遠都沒辦法擺脫掉它。
It's just allowing you to become aware of that, aware of the energy, aware of the information.
只是讓你允許你去覺察到那個能量，覺察到這個什麼是提問的狀態。
So actually, are you choosing to have that capacity that children have?
所以說你事實上你會選擇擁有那個孩子所擁有的能力嗎？
Having no point of view about the results or the outcome.
對於結果沒有任何的觀點。
Having no expectations.
沒有任何的期待。
And anything that doesn't allow you, will you destroy and uncreate all that?
所有不允許你做到這一切的，你也就一定不再創造嗎？
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Do you remember those kids who, when they received the first bicycle?
你記不記得當孩子們他們收到第一個自行車的時候
How excited they are?
他們有多興奮
And if you would receive a bicycle today, how excited you would be?
那如果你今天收到了一輛自行車的話，你有多興奮呢？
Yes, maybe it's not that valuable now, but it doesn't really matter.
也許那對你來說不是很珍貴，也並不重要。
It's rather about the excitement of life and living.
这是关于一种兴奋，对于生活、对于活着的那种热情。
What if you step into that curious children's energy?
那如果你有这个拥有2到3岁孩子的这个兴奋能量呢？
And experience it. How is it?
你可以去体验一下这个能量的感觉，它是什么样子的？
How does your body feel when you feel that excitement?
当你感受到那种兴奋的时候，你的身体有什么感受？
And how does it feel for your body when you feel that level of curiosity?
当你有那种好奇的状态的时候，你的身体有什么样的感受？
So is there anything that you would like to truly know?
有没有什么事情是你真正想要知道的？
Just please think of any question, anything that pops up into your universe. It doesn't really matter how mad is that, just
Anything.
那你可以想一想，你真正想要提问的一个问题，可以是任何事情。
and now just stay with the energy of the curiosity of children.
现在要让自己保持那种孩童般的好奇心，
And the excitement.
还有兴奋，
Bring it to your body, the excitement,
把那个兴奋的感觉带到你的身体当中，
the vibration of that.
这个兴奋的振动频率带到你的身体当中，
Yeah, and just receive that. Receive,
然
receive,
后去接
receive.
受它，接收，接收，接收。
And now you can ask the question
现在你可以提那个问题，
and just in front of your visionary eyes, just keep asking the question.
那可以从你的第三眼，或者是从你的头脑中不断的去问这个问题。
Just look up into your universe, look in all directions, and keep asking that question with that curiosity.
看看你的宇宙，从所有的方向，用你那样程度的好奇心来提这个问题。
Maybe there are doors, there are gates, there are limitations in front of the energy of your question.
也许在你问题面前的能量呢，有一些局限，有一些限制，或者是有门。
But the space of that curiosity will open all the gates and doors in front of you.
但是你那个好奇的空间会打开所有的大门，
It's like all the shade and mist and darkness will just open up in front of you.
就像是你面前所有的迷雾、所有的障碍、所有的黑暗，全都会被扫光。
You start to sense more ease and lightness around your question.
你开始感知到你的问题周围有更多的轻松和光亮，
And just stay with the energy of your question.
然后跟你的问题的能量保持连接。
And what more information starts to come to your direction?
那么有什么样更多的信息开始来到你呢？
All your points of view about awareness, clarity, and consciousness and knowing, will you now destroy and uncreate all that?
当你对于觉察、知晓、清晰的观点，你也摧毁并不再创造吗？
Anywhere where you made it right or wrong, what is communication?
任何时候你把什么是交流，交流的对与错，所有这些观点，你也摧毁并不再创造吗？
All your points of view about receiving information,
所有你对于接收信息的观点，
all your points of view about that you can only know what you've learned.
所有你对于你只能知道你学到这些东西的观点，
Or maybe you can know things that you learned in a previous lifetime.
或者是你无法知道你在过去生当中学过的知识，
And everything that it brings up, will you now destroy and uncreate for all eternity?
所以这一切带出来的，你愿意永恒的摧毁并不再创造吗？
Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Because the amazing thing is that you have access to everything.
一件很棒的事情就是你可以知晓一切。
I know it sounds mad, but you have access to everything.
我知道这听起来非常的疯狂，但事实就是这样子。
Wow, I have some news.
啊，我有一个新闻，
You have access to everything.
你可以知道一切，
And you already know the answer and the information before you ask the question.
其实你在提问之前就已经知道答案，知道这个信息。
You can tap into the energy of anything that you would like to know.
你可以跟你所有你想要了解更多的事情，跟它的能量进行一个连接。
And you can start to receive the information about it. And you
然后
can
开始接受
truly
关于
have
它的信
clarity.
息，
Sorry.
And you can truly have clarity about it.
然后你可以对于它有更加清晰的认知。
Are you choosing to receive the information?
那么你选择接收这些信息吗？
The only limitation here is your points of view about information.
这里唯一的限制就是你对于这些信息的观点和看法，
And your belief system about what you can know.
还有你的关于我可以知道什么的信仰系统，
And also your beliefs about secrets and holding secrets and allowing others to hold a secret.
以及你对于秘密、保守秘密、允许他人保密的这些看法。
So anywhere where you align and agree to it, will you now destroy and uncreate all that?
任何时候，你对于这种状况保持一致的意见，你愿意确定不再创造。
Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all nice, short, boys and beyonds. And all your points of view about how information should come to you, will you now destroy and uncreate all that?
还有所有你对于信息应该如何来到你的观点和看法，你愿意确定不再创造吗？
Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all nice, short, boys and beyonds.
And all the time when you were punished because you asked questions and you were curious, would you destroy and uncreate all of that?
还有所有的时候，你因为自己的好奇提问而被惩罚、被折磨，所有这一切，你愿意确定不再创造吗？
When you were too much, would you be too much?
当你太多的时候，你愿意成为太多吗？
Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
When your parents told you that, shut up, no more questions,
当你的父母告诉你闭嘴，不要再问了，
or you're asking too much and we had enough, we just can't have a peaceful time, you are asking too much.
但是你问的太多了，我们简直没有办法平静的生活，你不要再问了。
You can ask only one question a day.
你每天只能问一个问题，
Yeah, you are not allowed to ask questions. Not at all.
你不被允许提问，一点都不被允许。
And everything that it brings up, will you now destroy and uncreate and eliminate and eradicate all of that?
那所有这些带出来的，你愿意彻底的摧毁、撤销、摧毁并不再创造吗？
Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all nice, shorts, boys and beyonds.
And every time in the school, when teacher said, no questions, you have to be quiet. Would you destroy and uncreate all of that and return back to the sender?
还有每次在学校当老师告诉你不要再提问了，那所有这些你愿意摧毁并不再创造，带着意识把它们返回给发送者吗？
Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all nice, shorts, boys and beyonds.
Yeah.
Do we have any questions so far?
看看大家有没有什么问题？How to better leave my job？ 怎么能够更好的离开我现在的工作
How to leave the job?
？Yeah，
Just leave?
Just choose to leave.
你只需要选择离开。
Ask questions. Would it be a contribution if I leave my job right now, or would it be a contribution if I leave my job maybe 2 months later or 1 year later?
你可以去提问，如果我现在马上离开我工作的话，对我生活会是贡献呢？或者是1年之后，还是2年之后？
What would create more?
什么会为你创造更多？
Am I a contribution in my workplace to
那我
other
在
people?
我的工作场所当中，我是一个贡献吗？
And is this place a contribution to me?
还有这个工作的地方对于我来说是一个贡献吗？
Because maybe it was a contribution when you started at that place, but is it still a contribution to your life?
Yeah.
也许当你刚刚开始在那里工作的时候，对你来说是一个贡献，那么到了现在这个阶段，它仍然对你是一个贡献吗？
Are you willing to acknowledge that you also can change?
你是否愿意承认你也可以改变？
Because when you ask a question, you receive an energy of that.
因为当你提问的时候，你会接收到这个问题随之而来的那个能量。
But it doesn't mean that it will not change ever.
这并不意味着它永远都不会改变。
So it's worth asking the question again and again and see what's the change.
所以值得你问同样的问题，不断的去提问，然后看一看有什么变化。
So if you ask the question for a second time and you receive a different energy, you are not idiot.
所以说，当你第二次提问的时候，你得到的是一个不同的能量，这个并不是说你很愚蠢，
Simply, there is change.
只是有一些改变发生了。
Energy changed, something changed, maybe the other people points of view changed.
也许是这个能量的改变，也许是来自你自己的，也许是他人的观点改变了，或者其他的。
And everything that brings up, would you destroy and uncreate all of that?
所以这些带出来，你也却已经都被创造了。
Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shirts, boys and beyonds.
So,
嗯
yes?
Someone else asked how to find my career， 怎样找到我的事业呢
How to find?
The career.
？How to find my career？
All right. So, it doesn't really matter how old are you.
那么你多大？其实这个不重要。
There are always things that you feel excited about.
总有一些事情让你自己感觉非常的兴奋。
Excitement is that when you feel, I mean, it's different for everyone. For me, for example, it's like my heart rate goes up.
那对于每个人来说，兴奋的感受是不同的。对于 Rocco 来说，当他兴奋的时候，就是心跳加速。
So when you think of a job or a profession or a situation, does it feel exciting to you?
所以当你想到一个工作或者是一个场景的时候，它会让你感到兴奋吗？
If you would do this for 1 hour a week, would it be fun?
如果你每周做1个小时那个工作的话，会有乐趣吗？
If you would do this for 1 day a week, would it be fun?
如果你每周做这个工作1天的话，会好玩吗？
And you keep asking these questions and you will get how much of your time would you like to spend with this thing?
当你持续不断的去提问的时候，你就会知道你花多少时间来做这些事情会让你觉得有趣。
And you can start asking questions, what else can I add to my life that would be fun and excitement?
然后你也可以去提问，我可以为我的生活增添一些什么，可以给我带来更多的兴奋和乐趣。
There is no such thing anymore that you have to have only one profession for life.
并不是说你一生只能有一个职业。
What wanted to be, you know,
What did you want to be when you were a child?
当你还是孩子的时候，你想做什么呢？
Can you remember that? You know, maybe you can do.
Firefighter?
Yeah, everyone can you remember?
你还能记起来吗？
Was it exciting for you?
是消防员吗？ 那个职业就是你现在想起来的话，会让你感觉很兴奋吗？
It doesn't mean you have to be that or you have to do that. It means you can function from that excitement energy all the time.
并不意味着你一定要去做你小时候想做的那个职业，而是你是在每时每刻都保持在那种兴奋的状态当中，从那样的角度来运作。
You know, people think that first I have to have money and then everything else will come, will follow it.
而人们通常会认为，首先我要有钱，那么有了钱，一切就解决了。
But actually, it's the other way around. When you have fun and excitement, money will follow you.
但实际上是相反的，当你非常的活得很有乐趣，然后感觉做事情非常好玩的时候，那钱会到你那里。
It doesn't really matter what other people say or think about that profession or that thing that you come up or that you find out.
他人对于你想出来想做那个工作有什么观点看法，一点都不重要。
You just need to keep choosing it and allowing it to come into your life.
你需要不断的去做出选择，然后允许它来到你的生活当中。
Okay, what can I do today? Who can I talk to today?
好的，我今天可以做什么？我今天可以跟什么人来交谈？可以让我做这个工作。
Please, universe, bring all the great connectors to my life so they can connect me to those people who can offer this job or this profession to learn.
那么宇宙，请把那些更多的资源和连接给到我，这样我能够有这样实现这样工作的机会。
Thank you. Do you have another question?
我经常提问身体，但总接收不到答案。So I often ask my body, but I couldn't receive any answers.
Cool. So the starting point is you need to receive at least light or heavy.
那么出发点就是你首先要能够接收到什么是轻的，什么是重的。
You can play with this very easy.
那你可以试一下这个，非常轻松。
You can go to the supermarket or to some place where they sell food.
你可以去超市、便利店，就是卖食物的地方。
And just pick the first thing into your hands and just ask yourself, if I would eat this, would it be a contribution to my body?
Right now.
然后呢，拿起一个食物，然后去提问：如果我吃了它，这对我的身体来说是不是一个贡献？
For example, you can take a pineapple or pear, grapes, plums, anything that you like.
比如说，你可以拿菠萝，或者是葡萄，或者是梨，任何你喜欢吃的东西。
So just take one thing in your hands and ask yourself, if I would eat this right now, would it be a contribution to my body?
把它拿在手中，然后提问：如果我现在马上吃掉它，这对于我的身体来说会是一个贡献吗？
So if you start to feel lighter, that's a yes.
那如果你开始感觉到轻松，那么这就是一个是。
If you start to feel heavier, that's a no.
如果你开始觉得沉重，那就是不。
And if you start to feel that your heart rate goes up and you feel like a lot of butterflies are around you, that's like excitement.
如果你开始感觉心跳加速，然后周围有很多的小星星在跳动，那这个就是兴奋的感觉，这也是 yes。
So you can use all these examples and sooner or later you have a much greater sense of your body.
那你可以从这些简单的入手，那么很快你就会对身体的感知有一个更加的清晰。
You can even ask your body to give you a specific signal for yes and for no.
你甚至可以让你自己的身体给你一个明确的什么是是，什么是不是的一个信号。
And also it's not just about your body, but you can ask the same from your being.
那不仅仅可以去问你的身体，也可以问你的存在。
Because your body has an amazing awareness, plus your being has an amazing awareness.
因为你的身体有一个很棒的觉察，你的存在也有很棒的觉察。
And you can use both together.
你可以把它们两者结合起来一起使用。
But I'm afraid
Yeah.
you can't do that.
但我担心你们做不到，
You are not allowed to do that.
你也不被允许这样做，
Just joking.
只是开个玩笑。
What would it take to do that, to create with your body and with your being together?
要怎样可以非常轻松的跟你的身体、跟你的存在一起来创造呢？
How much fun can you create together?
你们一起可以创造多少乐趣呢？
With your body, Shanti.
和你的身体一起。
Yeah. So it's so amazing that you can use your body and you can use your being as well.
所以说，你可以使用你的身体，也可以使用你的存在，这个是非常了不起的。
Your body is a huge contribution to your life. It's not a limitation.
你的身体对于你的生活是一个非常大的贡献，它不是一个限制。
So all your points of view about that your body is a limitation, will you now destroy and uncreate all that?
那所有你关于身体是限制、是局限的观点，你也摧毁并不再创造吗？
That your body is holding you back from being so amazing and infinite.
你的身体阻碍着你成为更伟大的，成为非常棒的了不起。
Actually, lots of times this is just a great excuse to do nothing.
实际上，很多时候这是一个借口，非常好的借口，让你什么都做不了。
So whether you learned it somewhere or you created this conclusion or someone lied to you, will you now destroy and uncreate all that?
那不管是你从哪里学到这个观点，或者是你自己下一个结论，或者是你相信的某一个谎言，所有这一切你会摧毁并不再创造吗？
And return it to the sender with consciousness attached to it.
Yeah.
然后带着意识把它们返还给发送者。
So let me ask you a favor today. Let me ask you a favor today. A favor.
那么我请大家今天来帮我一个忙，
Are you willing to be a contribution to everyone else?
你是否愿意成为对周围每个人的贡献呢？
Everyone else who thinks that the body is a limitation.
成为那些所有认为身体是一个限制的人的贡献。
You are an infinite being. You can connect to all these people beyond time and space right now.
那你是无限的存在，你可以现在就超越时间空间，跟所有这些人进行连接。
So please just expand out and choose to connect to all these people right now.
所以请拓展，然后现在就选择跟这些人进行连接。
And all the lifetimes when you convinced others that body is a limitation.
还有过去生当中，你曾经说服他人身体就是一个限制。
When you were spreading the word that, oh, you have to kill or get rid of this body in order to have oneness or in order to have enlightenment.
当你传播这样的信息，你必须要把你这个身体杀掉，才能够达到合一的状态，达到开悟的状态。
And everything that it brings up, will you now destroy and uncreate all that?
所有这一切带出来的，你愿意摧毁并不再创造吗？
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and poke, all nine shores, voids and beyonds. So as now you are connected to all those people on earth in this and in any previous lifetimes who believe or learn that the body is a limitation.
那么现在你跟地球上所有的曾经或者现在相信过，那么身体是一个限制的人进行连接。
Are you choosing to send them your contribution?
你是否选择把你的贡献给他们呢？
Anything that they need to have clarity.
所有一切他们需要有更多清晰的地方。
Everything that it takes for them to see clearly their body.
能够让他们更加清楚地看到他们身体的，
The amazing capacity that their body has.
他们身体所拥有的非常了不起的能力，
And the amazing capacity that they would have together with their body.
还有他们跟他们的身体一起可以拥有的很棒的能力。
How much greater they could create if they were in oneness with their body.
如果他们跟自己的身体达到合一的状态，他们可以创造什么更伟大的可能性？
And everything that doesn't allow them to receive this vast energy, can we now destroy and uncreate all that?
就不允许他们去接受这个巨大浩瀚的能量的，可以摧毁并不再创造。
Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
And we can draw 1, 2, 3 for that.
那我们可以做一下1、2、3。
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
And we can draw 1, 2, 3, 4 as well to create a new reality and the future.
那我们也可以一起做1、2、3来創造一個更偉大的實相。
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3,
3, 4.
Cool. Oh, cool.
So what future we could create together where bodies are fully accepted?
那當我們的身體可以全然被接納、被接受的時候，我們可以創造一個怎樣不同的未來呢？
Where everyone can be happy and fully receive their amazing body.
每個人對自己的身體都非常的開心，全然接受他們這個不可思議的身體。
When there is no more self-judgment or judging others for their body.
當不再有對自己的身體的自我評判以及評判他人的身體。
The shape of the body or the color of the skin or the size or anything about the body.
關於身材、體型或者是膚色，以及關於身體的各個方面。
A different reality where we start to ask questions from our body.
那當我們開始從身體出發去提問的時候，有一個不同的可能性會出現。
And where we actually listening to our body.
還有就是當我們傾聽我們身體的時候。
Where we are willing to ask the question, hey, sweet body, what would you like to eat today?
當我們願意去問自己的身體，嗨，親愛的身體，今天你想吃什麼呢？
What can I eat today that would contribute to my health?
我今天可以吃什麼能夠貢獻於我的健康呢？
That will contribute to my youth.
可以貢獻於我的青春。
To get younger.
能讓我更年輕。
Yeah.
Or to heal some of my illnesses.
或者是治癒我的一些疾病。
Your body knows that. You just need to start asking the questions.
你的身體知道答案，你只需要去提問。
Actually, your body knows everything. You just need to ask the questions.
實際上，你的身體知道一切，你只需要去提問。
Even if you already have an answer, because somewhere you learned that this illness is caused by this thing, therefore you have to do this and this and that, just ask a question.
即便你已經擁有一些答案，因為你可能在哪裡了解到，那我的身體是由我的這個疾病是由於什麼什麼原因造成的，我應該怎麼做，應該吃什麼。即便是這樣，你仍然要去提問。
So can we actually start with a clean slate about everything that we learned about the body?
那麼我們可不可以把所有一切我們學到的關於身體的都清空呢？
Everything that you learned about your body, can we just drop it into the rubbish bin, please?
那關於身體我們曾經學到的一切，我們可不可以把它們都卸下來放到垃圾箱裡？
And all the energy that just came to the surface, just can we destroy and uncreate and eliminate and eradicate for all eternity?
還有所有浮出來的這些能量，我們是否可以徹底的消滅、摧毀，並不再創造呢？
Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
That is a really great question. How do I find out that is a question or a conclusion?
Yeah. 那有一個很棒的問題，就是我怎麼能知道我這個是提問還是一個結論呢？
So you can ask the question before that, truth.
那你在提问之前可以加一个真相。
Simple, because sometimes we can, cheat ourselves.
确实，因为有的时候我们会欺骗自己。
So there is one thing that it feels so right. What you learned about your body, it feels right.
那你对于你身体所了解到的，可能感觉上是正确的。
And in one level of the reality, it's right.
那么在现实的某一个层面来讲，它确实是正确的。
You can look into it logically, and logically it looks right. Even doctors or scientists can prove it. So it looks right from all dimensions.
那从所有的角度来看，它都符合逻辑，因为科学家那些专家们都说这是正确的，它可能看起来确实很正确。
But if you move your awareness to a higher level, suddenly you see it's just a program, a conclusion.
但如果你提升你的觉察的话，突然之间你就会发现，其实它也只不过是一个程序。
You just need to look into that thing from a different direction.
你只需要从一个完全不同的角度来看待这个事情。
It's like you look into the mirror, but not from straight, but you sort of from a different direction, lower, upper.
就像是你在照镜子，不是以正面的角度来看，而是侧面或者是抬高一点来看。
So are you choosing to have that freedom with your awareness?
那你选择对你的觉察有那样的自由吗？
Are you choosing to have a new perspective about everything?
你选择以一个完全不同的视角来看待一切吗？
So anywhere where you bought into, there is only one reality that can be true. Will you now destroy and uncreate all that?
任何时候你相信那只有一个实相是真实的，所有这一切你也确实并不会创造。
Even if you spend your whole life with proving that one reality, will you please not give it up?
也许你已经花了一生的时间去证明你所相信的只有一个现实是真实的，那么现在你愿意放弃它吗？
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poke, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Cool. Do we have a question?
Any question?
There are so many questions.
Just choose one.
Choose.
比如小孩生病了，那要怎么提问呢？For example, a kid is ill, so how can I ask questions?
Say it again, please.
If a child is ill, how can I ask questions?
So let's assume that your child is around you. It just makes it easier, right?
我们现在可以举例，假如你的孩子现在就在你的周围，这可能更加简单。
If your child is not around, you can tap into the energy of your child when you expand out. If the child is around, you can touch the leg, the feet, the face.
那如果你的孩子在身边的话，你可以去摸摸他的脸蛋儿，摸摸他的腿，摸摸他的胳膊。如果他不在你的身边，你可以去不断的拓展，然后跟你孩子的能量进行连接。
When you slap the face, it's not tapping into the energy.
当你去打他们的脸，这不是跟他们能量连接。
And you can ask questions. God. So and you can start asking questions.
然后你就可以开始提问了。
All right. So is this I don't know what is that illness, but start asking questions about the illness.
你可以去提问关于孩子的病的那个问题。
So
First of all, who does this belong to?
比如说那个病是属于谁的呢？
Is this an illness or awareness?
这是一个疾病呢，还是一个觉察呢？
What's right about I'm not getting?
关于这有什么对的是我没有接收到的呢？
Kids has got a really great capacity to take out our problems
And other people's problems.
people's problems and illnesses.
那孩子有一个很棒的能力，他们能够非常轻松的提取我们的问题，我们的一些症状，或者是他人的症状。
So you can go step by step and find many information.
那么你可以一步一步的去提问，然后发现很多信息。
And of course, you can clear all the points of view and distractor implants as well.
那同时你可以去清理所有的观点以及干扰植入物。
And also your fear and doubt as well, because sometimes, if we have a fear, kids can pick up and show it.
还有你所有的怀疑和恐惧，因为当你有恐惧的时候，这个孩子会非常轻松地感知到你的恐惧，然后表现出来。
And if you clear out your fears, kids can heal like this.
那如果你清理掉你所有的恐惧，孩子也就自然治愈了。
Yeah.
如何与孩子能量连接呢？ So how can I connect to the energy of my child?
So there are two options. One is you ask yourself these two steps to lower your barriers and expand out.
那么有两个方法，其中一个就是你可以不断的放下屏障，然后拓展。
And then tap into the energy of your child.
然后进入到你孩子的那个能量当中。
It is just as simple like when you think of your mother and you, in your mind, you talk to your mother.
这个非常简单，就像是当你想到你妈妈的时候，那么你可能在脑海当中跟你妈妈对话。
And then your mother will call you 5 minutes later, usually.
那通常这样做5分钟之后，你妈妈就会给你打电话。
It is that simple.
就是这么简单。
And if the child is around, you can touch, you can hold the hands, the shoulder, the feet, somewhere you can touch your child, and by that you can connect to the body of your child.
那如果你的孩子在你的身边的话，你就可以摸摸他的脚，摸摸他的腿，摸摸他的肩膀，通过触摸他的身体，你可以跟他的能量连接。
Both ways are perfect.
这两种方法都很完美。
Actually, if you can touch your child, you can ask your own body, what contribution can I be to this body?
实际上，当你可以触碰你孩子的身体的时候，你可以去问你自己，我的身体可以对这个孩子成为一个怎样的贡献？
You can even ask your body, please do some magic, some miracles.
你可以让你的身体，请求你的身体来做一些魔法，做一些奇迹。
And you don't need to touch actually to be a contribution.
实际上，你也并不需要去提出要求去成为贡献。
It happened lots of times, when we were sitting on the airplane.
那很多时候，当我们在飞机上的时候，飞机上它就会发生。
And kids were around and started to cry.
然后我们在飞机上的时候
very loudly.
开始非常大声的哭。
What can you do?
那你可以怎么做呢？
So we both sent our contribution to the children. Okay, what contribution can I be? I'm willing to be, I choose it to be that contribution what he requires, he or she.
那么我们可以成为对孩子怎样的贡献呢？我们可以把什么样的贡献能够给到他们？他需要什么样的贡献呢？
And a couple of minutes later, they stopped crying.
那这样几分钟之后，他们就停止哭泣了。
That's amazing.
这个非常的棒。
So what can you do with your children,
那你可以对你的孩子做什么呢？
What contribution can you do to children?
可以对你的孩子成为什么样的贡献呢？
Or what contribution can they be to you?
或者是他们对于你来说可以成为什么样的贡献呢？
What if a child is crying, your kids are crying and you don't know what's the matter?
那如果你孩子在哭，但你不知道发生了什么？
What if you just ask a question? What contribution can I be to my child?
如果你可以去提问，那么我可以对我的孩子成为什么样的贡献呢？
You are an infinite being. You can be that contribution infinitely.
那你是一个无限的存在，你可以以无限的角度来对于
You-
孩子成为贡献。
You won't lose anything. You have access to everything. You have access to infinite amounts of energy.
你什么都不会损失，你可以触及到一切，你可以触及到所有的能量。
What change you
Yeah.
can create by that?
那通过这样，你可以创造什么样的改变呢？
Are you willing to be that change?
你是否愿意成为那个改变呢？
And everything that brings up, would you destroy and uncreate all of that?
在不允许这些发生，你也确实并不再创造呢？
Right and wrong, good and bad, good and talk, all nine shorts, pros and beyonds. Here is the contribution. We can hear that now.
那现在我们就可以。
How does it get any better than this?
还有什么可以更好的？
I'll just try to mute all.
Okay.
Cool. Do we have the next question?
如何让自己开心呢 ？How can I make myself happy？
Just happiness is just a choice. Gary Douglas mentioned.
那么快乐只是一个选择，就像我刚才提到的。
Are you willing to choose to be happy, no matter what?
你是否选择开心的，不管发生什么？
So you can go to sleep tonight and ask yourself to have happiness and be the happiness all night long.
那今晚睡觉的时候，你可以让自己在整晚的时候都在那个开心的状态。
I'm choosing to have happiness during my dreams.
我选择在我的梦中非常开心。
I'm choosing to feel happiness in my body.
我选择让我的身体感觉开心。
Actually, you can ask yourself, what would my life be like if I would choose happiness 24/7?
你甚至是可以去问你自己，如果我每时每刻都选择开心的话，我的生活会变成什么样子？
No matter what.
不管发生什么，都选择。
Yeah.
No matter others, who cares the other people who,
Even if people are dying around you.
Yeah.
即便你周围有人在
Yeah.
死去，
Are you choosing to be happy?
你选择开心吗？
You can dig in that graveyard with happiness, with smile on your face.
那你在这个坟墓周围的时候，你关在周围的时候，你甚至脸上都可以有那种开心洋溢的笑容。
Because actually that's just a social programming that if something bad, something unexpected happens to you, you have to be sad or angry.
因为其实当一个悲伤的事情发生的时候，你就必须感觉悲伤或者是生气。那其实这个是一个社会的准则。
If you look at things from awareness and clarity, then it shows itself.
当你出于觉察和清晰的角度来看待事物的时候，那真相就会出现。
Finally, you can see that, all right, this thing happened in my life because I created it.
终于你可以看到，那么这件事情发生是因为我创造了它。
And just by acknowledging that you created it, suddenly there is no reason to be sad or angry.
当你认出这点的时候，突然之间你就会发现根本没有理由去生气或者是悲伤。
And
Well, there is a
Yeah.
difference between saying that I creating it and acknowledging, well, I created this.
但是在只是说我创造了它和真的去承认，那么是我创造的这一切之间是有差别的。
After you acknowledge it,
Yeah.
suddenly you start to feel peace.
当你去真正的承认的时候，你会感觉到平安。
And actually, when you acknowledge what have you done, what did you create, you can uncreate. You are the only one who can uncreate it.
那当你终于承认是你自己创造这一切的时候，你也可以去不去创造它们，你是唯一那个可以不去创造它们的人。
You are the lock and you are the key.
你知道你是锁，你也是钥匙。
Yeah.
So are you choosing to unlock all the places where you created shit in your life?
你选择解锁所有你在生活中创造垃圾的那些地方，
Unless if you like sitting in the warm sheet.
除非你喜欢坐在这些温暖的垃圾当中，
Because it's nice and comfortable and we already know it, you know.
因为呢你在那个其中感觉非常的舒服和安全，
There is nothing unexpected in that.
没有任何出乎意料的事情。
It's really comfortable. But if you would like to go out from that comfortable zone, you can
这
choose.
个真的很舒服，但是如果你愿意去跳脱出这个舒服的地带的话，你要选择。
So everything that brings up, would you destroy and create all of that?
那所有这些带出来的，你也最后一定不再创造吗？
The warm sheet,
所
sitting
有
in
那
the warm
些
sheet.
温暖的粪堆儿，从他们当中跳脱出来。
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poke, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah.
So, yeah. So one is, there is another question about creating problems and then the need to create problems and how can we change that?
Yeah. 意识到总是创造问题，然后解决问题，那我如何改变这一点？
If you are a problem solver, you always create problems.
如果你是一个问题解决者的话，你会不断的去创造问题，
That's your job.
那这就是你的工作。
When you were a child, they valued you when you were able to solve a problem.
当你还是孩子的时候，人们会非常的把你看得很重要。当你能够解决问题的时候，
So you learned this pattern and you keep running from that space.
所以你就学习到了这个模式，你也不断的从这个模式的角度来运作。
You can't exist without any problems. You need to create.
你没有办法，没有任何的问题，你要不断的去创造问题。
And this way you can prove to others that you are valuable.
那通过这种方式，你可以向他人证实你是珍贵的。
So are you willing to give that up?
你愿意放弃这个模式吗？
What if you were valuable just by having ease and creating ease around you?
你是否可以创造轻松，在你周围一切的事物当中都创造轻松，来让你自己非常珍贵呢？
Or just be. Just be
或者是
yourself.
仅仅存在，仅仅是做你自己。
So are you choosing to be the problem solver that you are truly be?
你选择成为你真正所示的这个问题解决者吗？
Everything that it brings up, will you destroy and uncreate all that?
有这些带出来的，你也摧毁并不再创造吗？
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poke, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
Yeah.
And I remember there was another question, how can I contribute to my family?
Yeah.
Yes. 我如何能够贡献给我家庭贡献更多？
So you can just tap into the energy of your whole family
那你可以进入到你整个家族、家庭的能量当中，
and just lower your barriers
然后放下屏障，
and just start to receive all of them.
开始接收你全部的家人。
And as you are receiving them, just allow yourself to be everything that you are.
当你接收他们的时候，允许自己成为你所是的一切，
And just allow yourself to pull energy through you into them from all directions of the universe.
允许自己通过你来从宇宙的各个方向来透过他们向你拉能量，
And allow that energy to show up for them in any shape and form that they desire or they require.
而允许能量以任何他们所需要的方式来流过他们。
You don't need to label that energy. Just allow them to use as they want.
你不需要给那些能量贴标签，你只需要让能量为他们所用。
Maybe there are people who are very sick and they would like to die, and maybe they will die easily, with
那
peace.
也许有一些人他病得非常严重，他们就要死去了，那这样可以让他们死得更加的轻松。
Maybe there are people who are very sick, but they would like to live with ease, so they will heal quickly.
那也许有一些人他们病得很严重，但是他们想要疗愈，那这样呢，可以让他们能够更加快速的修复自己。
True contribution starts from the space where you give up the need for control.
当你放下了你对于控制的需要的时候，真正的贡献才会发生。
Are you choosing to give up the need of control?
你选择放下你对于控制的需要吗？
Will you allow them to choose for themselves?
你会允许他们为他们自己而选择吗？
You know, you don't like when others telling you how you spend the money that you received as a gift, right?
你知道你并不喜欢人们告诉你怎样去使用你得到的那些钱，对吗？
Money is just money. You spend as you wish.
钱只是钱，你愿意以你所愿意的方式来花掉它们。
So just give energy and allow them to spend as they wish.
所以你可以给他们能量，然后让他们自己去运用这些能量。
Allow them to choose and be free.
允许他们选择，允许他们自由。
Maybe you are the first person who would allow them to have freedom and free
也许
choice.
你第一个允许他们自由的人，
That's the greatest contribution.
那这个就是最大的贡献。
To let them choose, to let them be.
让他们选择，让他们存在。
And everything that it brings up, will you now destroy and uncreate all that?
所有这些带出来的，你愿意摧毁并不再创造吗？
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
Cool.
All right. So thank you so much for everyone joining tonight. It's so
Thank
amazing.
you. Thank you.
那么感恩今天来参与课程的每一个人，
Thank you all your contribution.
And your
感
questions.
谢大家的贡献，感谢大家的问题，
We are so grateful for you.
我们非常的感激大家。
And we wish you to step up and be the infinite creator that you truly be.
那我也希望大家能够站出来，成为你真正所示的无限的创造者。
So the
Yeah.
question for tonight, what energy, space, and consciousness can I be to be the infinite creator that I truly be?
那今晚的问题就是，我可以成为什么样能量空间意识来成为我真正所示的无限的创造者？
And are you willing to be the creator of your life?
还有，你愿意成为你生活的创造者吗？
Yeah.
And everything that doesn't allow you, will you destroy and uncreate for all eternity?
都不允许这些发生的，你愿意永恒摧毁并不再创造吗？
Beyond time and space.
超越时间和空间，
Right?
All the past
All the
life
past life,
promises
yeah.
and contracts that you made that would hold you back from that, will you destroy and uncreate for all eternity and return back to the sender?
还有过去生当中你所有做过的誓言、誓约、承诺、宣言、效忠、雪誓，让你不能够做你人生的创造者，阻碍你去成为你真正你自己，你愿意永恒的撤销、摧毁，并不再创造。
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys
boys
and
and
beyonds. Cool. Have a great night and see you next time. Thank you. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
我連單都出唔到啊！對你咁搞。